AP Calculus ABBC Exam Review Differential Calculus Fundamentals Question 10 Modeling Complex Functions. We're going to be reviewing composition of functions. I'm extremely long-winded, and everyone doesn't have a schedule that permits sitting through an entire test question review video, so feel free to play this video on double speed as shown below, but be sure to listen to the entire recording because you're guaranteed to learn something, okay? To inquire about tutoring services and personalized course or test preparation, be sure to inbox me at memedicine@gmail.com. Okay? Raphael has a solar-powered video game console. He identified a few relevant functional relationships and modeled them. Okay? These are the functions he identified along with their necessary inputs and the resultant outputs. The first function he modeled was D. The input is the time of year, represented as X, and the output is the hours of daylight. So the function D is a function of X. Okay? Hours of daylight is a function of the time of year. The next function he modeled was E. The necessary input was K, hours of daylight, and the output, E of K, is the amount of solar energy gained over the day. So the amount of solar energy gained was a function of hours of daylight. The last function he modeled, he called it G. And the necessary input was the amount of solar energy R. So G of R, the resultant output, was the hours of video games Raphael could play as a function of the amount of solar energy. Okay? So G of R. According to Raphael's data, which of the following expressions represents the amount of solar energy gained over the day as a function of the time of year? Is it D of E of K? Is it E of G of X? Is it E of D of X? Or is it G of E of X? Let's find out. So the function we are looking for takes time of year, okay, as its input and has the amount of solar energy gained over the day as its output. None of the given functions have both of these features, so what we'll need to do is compose some of these functions in an appropriate way. We need the function that takes time of year as its input, okay? And the function that does this is function D. And the one that has the amount of solar energy gained over the day as its output. And the function that does that is E, okay? Note that D takes time of year, X, as input, and then it outputs hours of daylight, while E intakes hours of daylight and as its input and then outputs the solar energy gained over the day. Therefore, if we take a time of year X and input it into D and then take the hours of daylight, D of X, and input it into E, we obtain the amount of solar energy gained over the day as a function of the time of year. Thus, the correct answer is E of D of X. Okay? Again, the correct answer selection is option 3, E of D of X. Okay?